80% of your overall health, that includes weight loss if you're trying to lose weight, 80% comes from nobody can take your dignity. Hi, this is Coach White. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to talk about ultra health and fitness. Not just health and fitness, but ultra. Going another level up. And it's a near and dear topic in my life. I've certainly got a passion for health and fitness. And I want to share that with you today in this presentation. First, I want to share a great Bible verse, 1 Corinthians 3:16. Take a look at this. Do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in you? If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy that person because God's temple is sacred. That's pretty powerful. Basically, our bodies are a temple of God. The Holy Spirit resides in our bodies. We are commanded to take care of ourselves. And that's health and fitness and mental health, not just physical, spiritual health and fitness. It covers everything. We are commanded to take care of ourselves. And so we're going to talk about that today, okay? One of my greatest, most favorite quotes is this: great health is the first wealth. What that means is obviously a lot of us pursue success, financial success, right? And you and I have both seen people that have achieved financial success in life, great financial success, but physically they're a wreck. And it's not worth it. I mean, the first thing, get healthy. While you're pursuing all these great goals, is take care of your body. You can't enjoy all of the success that you have achieved if you're sick and beat up and run down. You can't. You may not even live long enough to really, appreciate it. So take care of your health. And we're going to talk about that right now. I have 3 principles I want to share with you that are really important. Number 1, know your family genetics. And what that means is look at your parents, look at your grandparents, look at your great-grandparents. Look and find anything, cancer, whatever, high cholesterol, diabetes. Go and look within your ancestry and find out what's in your genes, because it could be that you're eating the best food and you're exercising and you're doing all the right things, but your cholesterol's still through the roof. Why is that? It could very well be genetic. But you need to understand what you're dealing with in your body as far as genetics. Get that information and then take that information. I mean, don't shortcut on this. Take that information and then go and take it to your doctor. Now that's the number 2 principle on my list, is get the best doctor you can find. Not a good doctor. No, get the best. It's like, again, I have used the analogy of if you're a Lamborghini Huracan, are you going to take it to Bob's, garage and beauty parlor for repairs? No. You want the best taking care of your $400,000 car. You're not going to take it to some hack. And so don't hire a hack doctor. And unfortunately, there are many. There's a lot of hack everything out there, okay? Find the best doctor. How do you find a great doctor? Go to the guys that are running the best hospitals and say, I need a cardiologist and I need the best. Who is he? He might give you 2 names. Well, there's this guy and there's this guy, and this guy might not be taking any more patients, okay, but you find out from the guys that run those hospitals, those big, successful, highly credible hospitals, you get a good cardiologist, you get a good urologist, you get, by the way, get a great Christian counselor, because throughout life, especially if you're married, you're going to run into problems and you're going to need a counselor. Find a great Christian counselor, put them on your list. Get a good dentist, and in the area of health and fitness, get a trainer if you need a trainer. If you're not self-motivated to go and beat yourself up on your own in the gym, some of us are, like me, are a little crazy. We don't need anybody. We beat ourselves up plenty. So, but if you need a great trainer, research, find a great trainer, okay? All right, principle number 3 I want to talk about is the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule is very simple. 80% of your overall health, that includes weight loss if you're trying to lose weight, 80% comes from what's going in your body, what you're eating. 20% is impacted by exercise. Yes, and I know that's probably surprising to a lot of people. They think, I can eat whatever I want because I go to the gym and I work out like a madman, but no, I'm sorry. You may maintain where you are now, not, get worse physically, but until you get control of your diet, it's 80-20. 80% of your health is going to be what you're putting into your body. Yeah, we're going to talk about what to put in your body, and 20% is what you do in the gym, okay? That's huge. Understand that 80-20 principle. We're going to talk about 3 things. We're going to talk about mental health, we're going to talk about fitness and strength, and we're going to talk about diet and nutrition. Again, mental health, fitness and strength, diet and nutrition. All 3 are really important. By the way, in the area of mental health, number 1, depression. Let me talk about depression. Depression is the number 1 mental health problem in the world, not just the U.S., but the world. Depression. And it usually it starts usually with some tough, really tough event in your life. It could be a business failure, it could be a marriage ending, it could be the death of a loved one, it could be a health issue. Usually something triggers depression in a life, and you have to recognize, okay, I see since this happened in my life, I have been battling this, and address it. And then I want to give you a little secret, which is really awesome. And by the way, depression is rampant. It has got to be. Depression and fear feed off each other, by the way. We talked about fear in another video. The greatest way to eliminate depression is with a strong spiritual life. A strong spiritual life and exercise knocks the wind out of depression. When you are right with your God and you are working hard to take care of the temple, it takes the wind out of depression. It doesn't give it any traction. It doesn't give it any teeth. It's like a toothless monster. It can't hurt you, okay? So if you're fighting depression of any kind, and a lot of people are, I want to encourage you, there's an answer. 2 things. Number 1, get your spiritual life in order. Number 2, get this body in shape, okay? All right. The second thing I want to talk about is how, we're going to go into fitness and strength right now. Exercise can save your life. Not only that, it can save you tons of money in healthcare costs. How many of you, I know a ton of people, take a ton of meds every day for all kind of ailments and blah, blah, blah. I want to tell you a story, and this has been many years ago, but my bad cholesterol was high, and it wasn't getting better. And my doctor had a good doctor. He tried to put me on what's called a statin. That's some nasty, nasty cholesterol medicine. And So he wrote me this prescription and I left, and then I researched it and I read how nasty statins are. And I made a decision. I cut out Bluebell ice cream. I cut out sugar muffins for breakfast. I cut out a whole bunch of basically sugar in my diet. And I quit piling on carbs after 6 p.m. at night. On my next checkup, and I never got that prescription filled, my next checkup I came back and did blood and all that, and he goes, man, that prescription's working great, Kevin, I'm so happy. You know, your cholesterol's perfectly in line. And I said, I never got that filled. And he said, what? I said, yeah, never got it filled. He said, what'd you do? And I told him, and I taught the doctor something that day, and I'm teaching you today. You know, people are walking around this world under the influence of tons of prescription drugs just to function. And you know what? It's not worth it, okay? A lot of this stuff is self-inflicted, and it can be self-healed. So I'm kind of getting in your face. I want to, because I care about y'all. All right, so exercise can save your life. There's 2 types of workouts. One is anaerobic. Anaerobic is weightlifting. The other is aerobic, of course, and that's doing running, biking, treadmill, elliptical machines, Peloton, anything like that is aerobic, right? Anaerobic, by the way, weightlifting, if you're trying to burn fat, anaerobic weightlifting will burn more fat faster than aerobic. Both are important, but if you're trying to purely burn fat, anaerobic, lift weights, get on a good weight program, find a great trainer, do your research, and if you need an accountability partner, that trainer, you know, quite frankly, a lot of people can't afford a trainer enough times a week to be able to be that accountability partner. You got to have somebody else go to the gym with you. Find somebody, you know, invite a friend, go together, but make sure it's someone that really cares about getting in good physical condition, okay? The third thing I want to talk about today is diet and nutrition. And again, remember the 80-20? Yeah, 80% diet and nutrition. 80% of your fitness is going to be diet and nutrition. So here's a few tips for you, and I've been around, I've learned. If you're a beef lover like me, you're not a vegetarian. No, sorry. If you're a beef lover, 1 to 2 times a week, grass-fed beef only, okay? It's okay, 1 to 2 times a week, get grass-fed, spend a few extra dollars. Costco has got a heck of a meat market. Otherwise, chicken and fish. I eat so much chicken, good Lord, and it's okay. And I eat a ton of dark green, organic, leafy lettuce, vegetables. And it's pretty much my my go-to every night, but it's easy because I don't have to think about it. But dark green, the darker the leaf, the more antioxidants are in that vegetable, okay? Fish, once a week is probably fine. Organic is important, and it's not that much more, and it you know, buy the right ones, it tastes great. And here's a little health hack for you. Apple cider vinegar, you've probably read about it or heard about it. 2 tablespoons every morning when you first get out of bed, within a cup of water, and you know, if you're like me, you just choke it down. You can add some honey to it, and it's a lot easier to drink. First thing in the morning, and for 30 minutes after you drink it down, let it get into your system. Don't drink coffee, don't eat breakfast. That's why first thing, before you make get out of bed, say your prayers, go drink your ACV, apple cider vinegar, go make your bed, you know, take a shower, and by the way, take an ice cold shower. Start with an ice cold shower. It releases dopamine. Your brain releases this dopamine. It's a feel-good thing. You start thinking clearly. You got the ACV working in your body to make you healthy. Your skin, your hair, your gut health. ACV is great for gut health. It's a heck of a morning regimen. Believe me, by the time you get out of the shower, you're wide awake. After ACV and a cold shower, you're ready to conquer the world, but it works. I've been on apple cider vinegar for several months now, and I've noticed a huge difference. You know what? If you ever have noticed that I'm not eating that much, but I'm just bloated. I've got this bloating in my gut, and I just feel uncomfortable. You know what? An unhealthy gut can make you miserable, and apple cider vinegar is a fantastic treatment for that, okay? Let's talk about fruit, because you hear people say, oh, eat your fruits and vegetables, blah, blah, blah. Yes, eat your vegetables. Don't eat that much fruit. You don't have to eat a bunch of fruit. It's got a ton of sugar in it. I mean, have an apple, great. Don't sit there and gorge on, fruit all day long. You're getting way too much sugar. Have a piece of fruit now and then. It's something that you need to gorge on, okay? Vegetables, yes. Protein, yes. Good protein is very important to you. Now, here's what to get away from. Bread. There's nothing great about bread. Everybody loves some really good bread now and then. I'm not saying totally cut it out of your diet, but it's got no great value. Neither do potatoes. Bread and potatoes, especially at night, it's useless. So be very careful about putting bread and potatoes into your body at nighttime. If you're going to have a little bread with lunch, no problem. If you're going to have some potatoes, just try to get it before 6 p.m. and don't eat that much. And here's another thing, get off of cow's milk. That is horrible. I'm sorry, dairy industry, but it's horrible. Almond milk. Go and get almond milk. If you're like me, you eat your shredded wheat. I'll either have shredded wheat and blueberries with almond milk for breakfast, or I'll have oatmeal and blueberries for breakfast, but don't use cow's milk anymore. Just stop. Almond milk. Vitamin supplements. That's another topic I want to talk to you about. First of all, let's take a step back. When you go to work out, I have been trying pre-workout powders for years, okay? I have found one that I like, and I'll share it with you. It's Optimal Nutrition Pre-Workout Golden Black Can. It is high in BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. It's got good amount of creatine. It's got a fair amount, not too much, of caffeine, okay? Yeah, all these pre-workouts are going to have some caffeine. That one works really well. Some have too much caffeine, and you've got the shakes. You don't want that, okay? So that's a great pre-workout. About 30 minutes prior to your workout, mix it with water. I keep a jug all the time. Matter of fact, I'll show you. By the way, this water, this core water is really good. But when I finish it, I'll use filtered water, and I will mix my pre-workout, and I'll keep it full all the time. So I just, shake it up, drink a bunch. Maybe I'll probably drink a third of that before a workout, and I'll go. And you will be jacked up and have a heck of a good workout, okay? Vitamin supplements, do your research. This is so important. As we get older, we really need, by the way, anaerobic or weightlifting strengthens your bones. And as you get older, it's critical. Don't stop lifting weights when you're older. I see a lot of frail guys on the Peloton or on the treadmill or out running the streets, looks like a stiff wind will take them right over. Don't do that. Eat your protein, lift some weights. The weights will strengthen your bones, and you need strong bones as you get older, okay? So, back on track here. Vitamin supplements, do your research. There's a lot of junk out there, but there's a lot of really good stuff. And I think a Super B complex for stress and focus, very important. Definitely vitamin C is very important. Vitamin D is very important. A good multi. Even one a day if you're a guy, one day multivitamin for men is fantastic. So, but do your research and get on a program to every morning. You get up, You say your prayers, you go drink your ACV, you get your shower, you have a good breakfast, you take your vitamins once you got some food in your stomach, and you're off to the races, okay? So I'm going to, very shortly, I'm going to have a workout with Coach White video that I'm really looking forward to if you want to get into this with me, because I work out by myself a lot, and I would love to have you guys join me for a workout, so that video's coming very shortly too. So that's it on ultimate health and fitness. Nothing is important. I want to say again, great health is the first wealth. Love you guys. We'll see you soon.